y'all. It's that time again. The new stage is now set, so let the party begin. Everybody knows the name of the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go Cowboys.
Hello everybody and welcome in to another edition of the Cowboys Fan Show. As always, I'm your host Tyler Ortega, joined by my co-host Scott Jeter. Scott, it's another painful week in Cowboys land. We are now 2-3 as we took another loss to the hands of that bad man, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, painful, sure. I mean, I wouldn't call it such as that. I thought that there were a lot of positives that came out of this game, but I mean, number 12 is just, he's hard to stop, man.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple of number 12s that you could put up in that debate for the greatest quarterback of all time, and you definitely won't be wrong mentioning either of them being Rodgers and Brady. Aside from that, let's go ahead and have a look at the highlights from Sunday's game. This one going down in Jerry World as the Packers came to town. Aaron Rodgers once again at the stadium where he hasn't even lost a game yet,
Has
Scott.
not lost yet, no. I mean, yeah, he's getting us over here.
We're going to start things off here. Cowboys with the ball in the first possession. 3rd and 14, Dak Prescott facing some pressure. He's going to go deep down the field, finds Bryce Butler. A beautiful catch there from Bryce. What do you think, Scott?
Yeah, more than just that. I mean, good job by Butler working his way back, helping out that young quarterback right there. He saw that he was scrambling, making something happen in his legs. Here he goes right here, just, avoiding the blitz, making things happen downfield. Nice job, number 19, getting open on that one.
Now, something we'll talk about just a little bit later in the show. Real quick, Bryce Butler or Terrence Williams?
I got to go Bryce Butler right now. Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second.
So now Zeke, he's going to be stuffed behind the line for a big loss. Zeke didn't really get going early. It was more so later on in the game, as we'll see. Dak now drops back, 2nd and 14, rifles it in. Jason Witten picks up the first down. That's old reliable.
Yeah, and that was actually a big-time throw right there. If you take a look right here, right in the middle of 3 guys, I mean, that's confidence right there that you got between you and your tight end.
1st and goal here, Cowboys in the gun. It's going to be a little rollout. Dak dumps it off. Cole Beasley, Cowboys on top. Early, Scott, 6-zip.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm willing to bet they can start double teaming the Bees again next week, Tyler. He's looking good in this one. Anytime you give him single coverage, he's beating his guy. I mean, where he's been in trouble this year, where Cole Beasley's been really quiet, is the fact that he's been seeing double team after double team. And this one, they really tried to stop the run on there. Leaves Bees open for 6. He's going to get it every time.
Yeah, and Bees only had 4 receptions on the day. That was one of his 2 touchdowns. We'll see number 2 coming up here in just a little bit. Now, this number 33 for the Packers, there wasn't only just Aaron Rodgers killing us on Sunday. There was also Aaron Jones.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? I mean, when you got number 50 out, I believe he's the best player on this defense right there.
No question.
Captain, quarterback of the D right there. It's hard to stop the run without that guy.
Now, Rodgers finds Devontae Adams there on a little corner route to the end zone. The Green Bay Packers on the board now, 6-7. Mason Crosby would miss the extra point. So here we go. Cowboys, 3rd and 6, the ensuing possession. Dak is going to be flushed out of the pocket. Dak was on the run quite a bit in this game, Scott.
Yeah, a little Romo spin move right there, too. I mean, he's looking good. He learned a lot last year, and it's really starting to show, I think.
Rod Smith with the reception there. As you can see, Prescott, showing a little bit of Romo magic there.
Patented number 9 spin move right there. Gets out, makes something happen with his legs. I'm loving it.
Beautiful. As we'll continue on here, Dallas knocking on the doorstep in the red zone. After that, 2nd and goal here. Flip sides as the second quarter starts. Beasley again, 2nd touchdown of the day.
Same. Beautiful play action right there. And that's the one thing that you notice on that is, I mean, the middle right there is just, he's just wide open. Check it right here. These linebackers bite. Nobody in the middle there. Easy 6 for Beasley.
And Beasley, he's so agile, he's so lightning fast with that explosive first step, burns right by you, whether you're a safety covering him or a linebacker there in the slot. Either way, Rodgers now goes down at the hands of number 98. Oh my God, he did something.
My favorite player right there, number 98. For $9 million, it's about time you got one of them.
Now Rodgers again facing pressure. He goes down on 3rd and 18. That brings up a 4th down as Dallas would now get the ball back on the ensuing possession. Here we go, 3rd and 5. Prescott tucks, runs. Big run for Dak.
Yeah, loving it right there. He's learned how to slide. I mean, there's been a couple of times where I'm screaming at him to slide right there. I mean, he's getting that from the coaches, and bam, it pays off right here.
Can you guess what I'm about to say after this Dez touchdown?
What do you say, Tyler?
Trade Dez Bryant.
Trade Dez Bryant. Oh, madness.
This is
They're gonna have to look at
ridiculous.
this. Perfect. Big-bodied receiver, strong hands. I mean, that's actually good defense right there. He's all over him, but Des Bryant is he's just too strong right there. He's going to catch that every single time.
And that's why we don't trade Des Bryant, because we don't have another receiver on the team that can make those kinds of plays.
No, he's
Rodgers now, he's going to dump it off to the left side, finds the tight end in the 2-minute offense here. Cowboys, everything looks good at this point, Scott. It's 21-6, and you know, we were talking during the game. I said if Dallas holds them here, they need to hold them here, because Green Bay is going to get the ball back after half, or at least hold them to 3. Rodgers just doing what Rodgers does here. He's going to roll out, scramble out to the left side, and rip one. And we've seen a catch kind of like that before.
Yeah, sure have. You know, except for this time, there's Jalen and Anthony Hitchens back there, rather than Byron Jones getting burned by the tight end.
And there's Aaron Jones finding the end zone for the Pack, so they're able to get in just before the half, as they would miss the extra point once again.
Yeah,
and so it would be
there.
21-12 at the break.
Yeah, and that was just we just lost. We didn't maintain gap integrity on that one right there. Jalen did a little bit to the right side of the line and just open a hole right there for the rookie.
Cowboys now in the 1-minute offense, as the fumble on Dak Prescott is forced. However, it is recovered by the Cowboys. We then go into halftime. At the break, Dallas up 21-12, as I said. So everything looks good for now. So let's fast forward, second half starting off here. Rodgers down the seam to Marty B making an appearance.
Right there, and that actually looks a little bit more like that that awful playoff catch of last year. It wasn't straight to the sideline, but right here, just perfect throw of the top. And this is good defense. Maybe even a little bit of a push-off right there.
A little bit. Veteran move there by Martellus Bennett. Rodgers completed 19 of his 29 passes on the day, 221 yards. Also had 3 touchdowns on the air. Here goes Aaron Jones once again, scrambling up. Now inside the 5 are the Packers. Jones, 19 carries, had 125 yards. That's good enough for 6.5 yards per carry, Scott.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. See, there's Hitchens right here. He's a fantastic coverage linebacker, but again, with number 50 out, it is just hard to stop that run, as you just touched on.
Mason Crosby knocks through the 22-yard attempt, 21-15 here. Just about 5 minutes elapsed in the second half. Zeke is going to be stuffed there on 2nd and 10. Cowboys would have to punt it away. Here goes Aaron Jones once again, showing off the Jets. Tackled finally by Byron Jones, and that's not good when you've got a safety making tackles on the running back.
No. Safeties are making all the tackles in the game that you know you're doing something wrong as far as stopping the run goes. And we'll touch on that a little bit later on in the show. I think that we do have the personnel to fix that, and that obviously it's got to get done.
Rodgers finds Adams on the slant route. Adams had 7 catches, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. We saw his first. We'll be definitely seeing his second for quite a while, as Rodgers rips one down to Jordy Nelson. That was a bullet.
Yeah, and an easy pitch and catch right there. I mean, that was zone coverage right there. I mean, as you see, Brown stayed up, to help against the run possibly, because we were getting gashed all day. And I mean, man, they've been doing this for a long time. You know, Jordy and Rodgers.
Yeah, and Jordy, when healthy, definitely top 5 receivers in the league. Now, 1st and 10, we've got a pitch out to the left. Here goes Zeke Elliott, finally getting going on the ground. He would finish with 116 yards on 29 carries. Also had 1 catch for 16 yards.
Yeah, loving that right there. And that was Lyle Collins and Tyron Smith out front. I think we got to do some more pulling like that. I might even like to see Lyle back at his old position.
Yeah, I mean, can't disagree there. Now we've got Dan Bailey on for the 43-yard field goal attempt. And 3 things in life are certain, Scott: death, taxes, Dan Bailey making field goals.
That is a fact right there. Most accurate kicker in NFL history.
And for the record, he's 7 for 7 this year, 14 for 14 on extra points. So still maintaining 100% accuracy.
And there's one of the big highlights I'd like to talk about. Jordan Lewis right there, rookie on Jordy Nelson, one of the better receivers in the league. I mean, he really got it done today. He looks fantastic, guys. If you haven't been paying attention to this kid, watch what he does week in and week out. He's just getting better.
Now this play, I was questioning everything about this play call. It's a 2nd and 7, and you throw a pass, albeit it hits Terrence Williams square in the hands, goes right to the defender, and I think it's Randall that's going to take it back for 6. And that one puts the Packers back in front, Scott. That one really turns the complexion of this game.
That's a tough one. And the hardest thing about that one for me is that's not just the one drop by Terrence Williams. Last week he had several. Another one in this game, and I mean, we really paid for it.
And here we are, 28-24, the Pack going for 2. Rodgers throws it over Jordy Nelson's head. So the Cowboys now looking to make the comeback. It's 28-24. Dallas needs a touchdown. Cole Beasley going to be stopped just short, and this may be the play of the game for the Cowboys. Zeke looks like he's stuffed. Look at the line judge running in from the side. They're going to mark him short, but let's have a look. I don't think they're going to show us the replay. Zeke would reach over and get that first down, extending the drive. So here we go again.
That replay and everybody, it did look like he got stuffed, but yeah, he reached out. I mean, great effort by Zeke on that to keep the drive going.
And now the read option, as we've seen it work to success in the past few weeks. Once again, Dak Prescott gets in 4-6. Cowboys are up.
But too much time though, Tyler?
Way too much time.
Way too much time.
We text each other at the same exact thing, said the same exact time.
And Jason
too much time.
did touch on this after the game, and we'll talk about it a little bit later as well. But I mean, what do? You're in a tight spot when you're playing on the other side of the field as number 12, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, so here we go. We've got 73 seconds left. Aaron Rodgers with possession, and all he needs is a field goal to send this into overtime. Devontae Adams going to work there on Jordan Lewis, and we're going to be seeing something similar to this in just a little bit.
Man, almost got his hand in there. I mean, I thought it just inches all day. Jordan Lewis looked good.
Martellus Bennett now comes up with the reception, and he'll pick up the first down. So 60 seconds left. The clock is rolling. Pack only have one timeout just past midfield. Rodgers hands off. Aaron Jones up the right side does well to get out of bounds. Don't even have to use their timeout here.
That was brutal right there. And I mean, because that's what you do. You put this kind of defensive person on the field because you want to let them run. Let them run. Keep that clock going. But don't let them get 12 yards. Don't let them get out of bounds.
And this here, Aaron Rodgers doing just what Rodgers does. He's so underrated with his legs, and he picks up the first down there. He actually had 4 carries for 32 yards in this game, Rodgers did.
Yeah, you got to keep that guy in the pocket, especially right here. Oh, Benson almost gets to him. Irving just the same. Just a couple of missed tackles, and no contain on that side.
Surprise, surprise. First and 10, 20 seconds left. Rodgers looking for Adams. What a play by the young cornerback, Jordan Lewis. Now, very next play, instant replay, different results.
Yeah, and see, I was complaining all day about this one also because he had help over the top, and he was actually late on getting over with the help. Regardless, fantastic pass. Harder to defend that. I mean, he was in position. Jordan Lewis was in position. Here, check this out. This is not bad defense. It's just a perfect ball to the outside. Safety was late anyway, but even if he's not, it's to the outside. Not a lot that he can do about that. Just perfectly thrown ball. There's a man right there, number 12. He knows what he does.
You know, and after this game, I'm not sure that Jerry Jones is even the owner of the Cowboys anymore. I think Aaron Rodgers now holds that title. Cowboys now trying to save face. 5 seconds left, down by 4. Now, this was actually pretty cool to see. You know, you don't really see these too often. A little playground football, you know, what would be by the laterals. Here goes Zeke. Now, he's going to dump it back, picked up by Dak. Now, Dak, he's going to toss it back, and that's going to be grabbed by Bryce. Back to Dak. Now, Witten. This almost seemed like it was going to work for a split second.
You know, and actually, I thought I had a chance to go as long as 21 would have held onto the ball, to be honest with you. He's the fastest, most explosive, tackle breakingest, you know, so to speak, player on our team right there, and he had like 1 or 2 guys to beat. I think he turns the Jets on. He actually has a chance at that one. But when you start playing the lateral game, I mean, that works out just about never.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back to dissect this loss to the Green Bay Packers. Here in just a moment, you're watching the Cowboys Fan Show.